Alright. Okay guys, welcome back. We are about to play our week 4 game of NCAA Online Dynasty for NCAAF14. I had a bye week last week, which is why I didn't have a game yesterday. And this week we played Georgia Tech. It's a home game for us. And I think that I got everything all set up. I'm going to just double check the audio and stuff, and I'm pretty sure we're good there. So I'm going to go ahead and just get right into the gameplay footage. And obviously we're going to see what we can do to try to stay undefeated. We got a couple games before we start to get into some user games with some of these guys that are pretty talented in this. So I'm trying to make the most of these games that are against the computer, obviously. Let me actually double check real quick what my schedule looks like. And again, when I play this, I'm just not going to wear the headset because it's not, required to play a sports game, to be honest, like this at least. But yeah, I got that, Notre Dame. So Maryland is going to be week 8. That'll be my first user game. And then we got Tulsa. Those are actually my only 2 user games, unless we have more people jump into this thing. So, feel like we should be. Probably not going to get ranked until if we can beat Notre Dame. Then I think that they won't have a choice but to put us into the rankings. So that's obviously the goal right now. Let me just make sure that this is all. Oh yeah, I want to make sure I got my Twitch page up and running on here just so that I can make sure that all the information is correct. But I'm just happy that we got another game this week. I know that Twitch has been having problems today, so I'm pretty sure that we're live. Go to Stream Manager, make sure. Because this is supposed to say NCAA. Man, is Twitch really struggling today? Kind of seems like it. Okay, yep, it says everything that it's supposed to be saying, so. My computer usage seems fine. So I wonder why this is struggling. I want to say that it's not me. Bitrate just looks really rough for some reason. Well, I know that it'll at least record, so I'm just hoping that, it's streaming okay. It seems to be streaming okay. I'm sure it could be better. I'm sure the quality could be better, but we're going to go ahead and get along with it. I don't want to waste too much time here. What did I just do? Oh, did I just refresh? Yeah. Okay. So, here we are. Georgia Tech. Looks like they're 2-0. They got a pretty good football team, so we're obviously going to make sure that we give it our all. I got 4 recruits that are also visiting this week, so that's kind of important that we get a win out of this. I used to always wait and try to save my recruits for, like whenever I played tougher teams or rivalries and stuff, but I think the longer I've played this game, the more I've just found out it's like, just get them in as soon as you can. Like, the sooner you get them in, the better. Because it's important just to, like, get that boost, take the lead on other schools, kind of, you know, gain some confidence in your school, you know, that way you can kind of affect how the others recruit around you as well. They might give up on some of the prospects that you've gotten a far lead on and stuff, so rather than waiting for like the opportune, you know, what's going to give them the biggest boost, I try to get it early and try to knock it out as fast as possible.
Innovation that excites. With 2 defenses on the field like we're about to see in this game, this might not fit the definition of flash, unless your definition of flash is the way it sort of goes white in front of your face when you get your bell rung, as both of these teams certainly will get hit and hit often and
yeah, so we're all in the ACC there.
We've done all we can do here. Time to tee
well, that's the Atlantic side though, so that's I'm not on that side.
David and I will be with you at halftime.
I believe I'm on the other side with Tulsa.
Field in the capital city of the Constitution State is the site for today's great football battle.
I actually really like UCONN Stadium in this game too. Never been there in real life, obviously, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. I just learned my lesson the hard way going to Eagles games up in Philly in like the winter months, that I don't travel to the Northeast when it's cold. That is something that I've done once, and that made me realize to not ever do it again. It was enough for me.
He works hard in practice every day, and I think he really lifts the whole offense.
I think he does. I think
okay,
it's almost like having
we're gonna stick with our game plan here. Let's try to come out running the ball.
He's a guy that makes big plays, but I think he takes it upon himself to be able to help out with some of the other receivers, make sure that they're all on the same page, understand the route adjustments, understand.
Ooh, so we got another odd front, which I like. I like playing the odd fronts. I feel like that gives me the advantage in the running game.
This guy totally understands his responsibilities being a go-to player.
A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
The sophomore just
well, I say odd front. I like a 3-man front. I feel like it gives me the advantage in the running game. Don't really like a 5-man front. A 5-man front's scary.
It's 2nd down and 8. Ball on their own 34.
I've always wondered why people don't run more 5-man fronts, to be honest. I just feel like it's... I feel like it's... I mean, I understand why now. It's because the spread game is such a popular thing, but... you know, I think that at the high school level, even, well, probably not the college level, but at the high school level, or if you're versing like Army or Navy or somebody, then
makes it out to maybe the 40-yard line. Couldn't get that additional yard he needed to keep the drive moving.
No, he was trying to muscle his way past those big guys, but they stood their ground.
Let's see what this play action looks like here.
And the offense is still on the field. This is a very questionable play call here. I'm not sure I agree with it. Now he tries to buy some time. Tackle around the 44-yard line.
Terrific.
It's all about just pounding it away. Let's go ahead and stay in this heavy formation too. I kind of like some of our options that we can get out of this. Oh, you're kidding me.
And they fall on the loose ball.
Well,
they work hard and they got the
that obviously puts us at a big disadvantage, but the game of football is all about momentum, so we've got to find a way to take it back.
So the offense will come out for their first possession.
I typically, after a turnover, would call something that's like a more safe protect. because I know a lot of coaches that like to go for the throat if they get a turnover. You know, the momentum's on their side, so they're trying to take a shot, and that's typically what I do as a coordinator as well. So I just tried to make sure I didn't get burnt on anything, because we don't want that momentum to stay. We don't want to get gashed. That would just change the momentum, and it would be really hard to overturn that momentum.
And he's tackled around the 32-yard line.
Maybe after a nice run like that,
And that's why it's like, I know that they're close to field goal range now, but I'd rather just make sure that they're at least like having to work for it rather than giving them some sort of accidental shot that should have never been allowed.
Gets it. He's in space. Steps out of bounds.
Okay.
The 20-yard line.
Man, did he ever
I don't know how good their kicker is either, so we'll see if we can try to hold them to that.
Room to make the catch.
They're having a running back, so I'm actually going to send more pressure. Oh, shit.
And he throws it away.
So that pressure is what forced them to just kind of get rid of that ball.
If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
We don't need the deep anymore now that we're down here. We can kind of get a little bit more aggressive here.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 20.
Right now our sidelines are still pretty vulnerable, but what is that corner doing? I got really lucky there.
He's taken down around the 10-yard line.
For some reason, my corner came inside of that backer. That was over his slot. Okay. Now that we're at the goal line, we can get aggressive again. So. Oh, come on. My backer totally missed that. Alright. So that's kind of, just real bad luck right there. You go for it on 4th down and you pick it up, which, that could have been the moment that they got the ball back, but we didn't. And of course, right after we pick up the 1st down on a 4th down is when they decide to force a fumble. So, it's not really anything you as a coach can do about it. That's on your guys. So now we just need to get the ball back and make sure that we get a score so that the momentum doesn't stay too much in their favor.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He's to the 20, and down he goes at the 23-yard line.
The Huskies have a lot at stake here, including some possible.
We gotta try to be really careful about turning the ball over again.
But I think to a man, these players
that really shocks me too, because I know that Gillespie, his carry is a very high rating. If anybody was going to fumble there, it would have been my other running back, Bruton.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early.
So really kind of shocking for the senior to go ahead and cough that up. We got good ISO block. It should just be full back to that linebacker there, and it gets it, but he gets kind of blown up. You gotta love ISO. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this play action here and see if I can hit Ross on this out. With the way that they're playing, it looks like it should be wide open. I feel kind of good about it, actually. It's just that outside, that half safety down there. There we go. He came in, so we just kind of replaced. There was really no shallow zone for him.
Good protection and a well-placed ball. Most times you don't need much more than that.
Trying to keep some momentum going. I'm going to go ahead and try to hit it crossing right here to Ross. I'm going to look at that out over there, though. If that out's open, I might take it. But if not, then Ross should be able to. He's my speed receiver, so he should be able to.
Under pressure.
Oh, shit.
Fires back to the tailback, but he can't bring it in.
The guy collided with my running back. I was hoping that he was coming after me, and I would just dump it right over his head. Alright, well now we kind of put ourselves in a situation where we can't put the ball on the ground. We can. And actually, I still might. No, I kind of like the play that I called.
He's under pressure. They go with a screen here. The halfback's got it. And he shoved
Alright, we got 3rd and 4.
47-yard line.
I feel like I can put the ball on the ground here. Although, don't get me wrong, Georgia's been Georgia Tech's been impressive to me. Ooh, yeah, I like this. With their run stopping. I need my O-line to start to suck it up here. And actually, I'm going to make sure that Ross gets that block. I'm just going to half motion him a little bit. There we go.
And he's taken down at about the 31.
Good solid running.
Just wanting to
right
make
there.
sure that he really
Getting
gets there.
past the defensive lineman and into the secondary before he could be stopped.
Okay. I like 3 wide, 2 back formations. If you couldn't tell. I'm sure that you could tell. But it's kind of just like, I don't know, the versatility in this formation. You got so many skilled players, but you've also got, you know, some bruisers and stuff. It's shit. It's definitely a very aggressive formation. But at the same time, like, it's safe. If you know you need an extra blocker, you just got to run back. But it looks like a passing formation. All right, we're gonna set up this crossing right here, and I'm hoping that Ross can get open. That impact half safety over there is just making me nervous right now. He's okay.
He's gonna try and scramble.
Got a
Looks
block.
like he's gonna run.
Okay,
About
that
9
worked out.
yards there for the quarterback.
Normally my running backs are no good at going up and getting that block for me, but that worked out that time. And actually, I'm just going to come
Here's
back
the
to
8th play of
this
the
run
series.
play here. See if Bruton can punch one in. Oh yeah, I like what they're giving me now. Come on, just hold your blocks, hold your blocks, hold your blocks.
Nice run. And he's brought down.
Okay. Let's keep with it.
First and goal from the 4.
I mean, they don't
looking
seem to
for
be getting
Bader.
out of their defensive formation, so. We're at a 3 front again, so.
He's tackled at the 3.
That was a good scrape by the linebacker. That was that impact player too, wasn't it? That was the half safety that came from the other side.
He stopped him in his tracks that time.
Really odd idea here, but I kind of want to run inside zone. But I kind of want to run a draw here
This is the
too.
10th play of
We're gonna
this
see
drive.
what the draw looks like. Ooh, I don't like the draw now. See, that's just kind of like an odd formation they just got into because of that. And I'm actually going to flip here. As long as we can go up and get that backer. I need to get inside.
You can't teach instinct. The ability to know where a play is going is something this safety has. That was a terrific
Thought for sure that
effort.
he was going to get logged and I was going to be able to bounce, but I needed to cut up inside and I didn't.
After a quarter of play, we've got a low-scoring defensive battle.
Yeah, that
on our
fumble is
hands.
what's costing us right now,
Georgia
man.
Tech leads 7-0.
I'm going to take points here if this doesn't work out. Oh shit, that's not the formation that I wanted.
Back to the action now here in the second
I might just take a penalty here.
I don't think they'll have time to get this play off.
Actually, no.
And he's immediately tackled.
Oh, that's a
And for
touchdown,
Ross,
is it
he
not?
continues to rack up those impressive receiving yards.
This is a pretty staggering career figure he's
Oh,
coming
I'm
up
so...
on. To even be this close tells you how skilled he is.
I
at
don't know what to
catching
do
the ball.
now. I think that I should challenge that. Should I challenge that? Do I have a challenge? I thought this game had challenges, right? I mean, I gotta go for that. Right?
So they're going to go for it
They
here.
don't give me a challenge on that. Okay. This is my plan here. We'll fullback dive this bitch in.
Touchdown,
There we go.
Huskies.
I mean, I needed points, but at the same time, I'm on the inches line and what I thought should have been a touchdown. Like, we'll go ahead and take that chance because even if we don't get it, they start out at their own foot line, you know. So
Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up.
didn't think that crossing route was going to be that wide open, but they blitzed both their Mike backers, I'm pretty sure.
75-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
All right. So we've kind of evened out the momentum. Now we've really got to get a stop. I would say that the momentum's not in anybody's favor right now. But if we get a stop, then it slowly starts to lean our way. And we have home field advantage, so if we can just get a little momentum, it could go a long way. We're going to go ahead and back off again. Again, I'm going to kind of play a little conservative here. This is perfect. I like to have, if there's a single receiver, I like that free safety to just be a half. You know, there's no reason for me to play 4 that's on the side that's got a single receiver. That's why I think that the cover 6 in this game is very underrated. Plus, it gives you great position in a lot of players too. They keep using a running back, and so I'm not like that scared of a screen right now. I haven't seen it yet, at least. I got 2 running backs, so there we go. Alright, 3rd and 7. Probably didn't want that because they're probably going to come out passing. I'd almost rather them have, 3rd and short or something like that. We're going to go to our go-to here and see what happens.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 28.
Probably should have done something more man. Oh, they ran the ball anyway. This is a different Georgia Tech than what we're used to seeing, that's for sure. Okay. Go left here. See if we can get something. Really not very good at blocking on these punts, but he kicked it that way. No, set up a ball.
Ross takes it to 28, looking for the corner. He's tackled at the 39.
Alright, so I think that we got a little bit of momentum on our side now, just because of the stop. So now we just need to capitalize here.
With momentum, so as we get closer to halftime, I think we'll see more and more attempts.
They're really starting to pinch down. Oh, shit. I was going to try to hit Ross on that screen there, and of course the pressure got there. Okay. Let's try to see any screen game here.
Another sack in the 2nd down and long situation.
I don't want to screen to that side.
Over the middle to his tailback.
Okay.
Tackled at about the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5.
It's a well-designed play to the halfback, and it worked at least to get them a
made it
medium gain on the
manageable.
play.
I mean, it's not ideal though. Let's try our play action flood play here.
It's 3rd down.
That should be the perfect distance. Now it's just all about getting open on an impact player, which makes me nervous, obviously, but get there. There we go, baby.
He's got the first. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard
Feeling good so far. We might have to start opening up the passing game more on these guys. They just don't seem to
1st and 10. Ball on the
care to stop the passing. It's more about the running game for them. I mean, look at how many guys they got in the box here. I mean, I have all the personnel to beat them in the passing game, so just need to be careful about that. I was thinking that my running back was going to leak out and be open early, but he didn't. It was actually the crossing route, and I didn't see it until it was too late.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack at 2nd and long.
Man, these guys just do not care. That's the same damn play. Here, there we go. This kind of sets us up a little better, I think. Get up in there, get up in there. There we go. There we go. Alright, again, we made it manageable, which is good. go this route here.
He's scrambling.
Shit, oh shit, oh shit.
He's at the 30. So the ground game picks up another first down.
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta look at that one.
You can see the guys on defense
I'll
right
take
now
what I
just
can
trying
get.
to catch their wind.
All right.
Once again, they had a chance to bring this
We
drive to a
are
halt, but were unable to do it. The offense
going to
really
get back
seems
to what
be
we know
clicking
best.
right
We're
now.
just gonna keep it
From the
nice and simple.
25-yard line. First down.
Here with the clock, we got a minute and 30. We can try to kill some of that, make it harder for them to score before halftime if they get the ball back.
Dives for extra yardage.
They've obviously found a formula for moving the ball against this defense. Let's see if any adjustments are made before their backs are really against the wall.
I
This
think
is
they
the
can
eighth
just
play
keep
of this
doing what
drive.
they're doing.
He
I
gets
thought
out to
that
about the
cutback was
12-yard
gonna work
line.
out better.
1 yard gain by the halfback.
The safety came up from the secondary and made a nice solid tackle.
From the 12-yard line. It's second down.
I'm gonna see about this play action here now. Ooh shit, that probably would have
Scrambling
bit on it,
around.
but
Out of bounds at the 14.
I probably shouldn't have ran out of bounds on that. I probably should have tried to keep that in bounds.
So
I'm
far
trying
this
to
drive,
curl
the
here.
defense has been unable to stop them on third down.
Yeah, we're gonna flip that. I'm gonna look for Drayton first, then it'll be X or Y over there. Nope. There we go.
And he's got a man. Touchdown.
The middle linebacker. So basically what happened is I was looking for Drayton on that seam, and I probably could have tried to hit it, but the linebacker, I chose not to, and I chose to read the linebacker, and you're high-low in the linebacker with the dig and the under, and he chose to came down on the under, so that's why I went ahead and I hit the dig. Even though I really didn't look for where the safety was, so that was still a risky play, but I was trying to score there, so. Man, I gotta stop clearing my throat. Sorry, guys.
He splits the uprights with a point. So a 10-play,
Some days I just
61-yard
have
drive
more,
and a touchdown as a result. The score now,
bothering me than
14-7.
others.
Connecticut is ready to kick it away.
So now we're gonna play. We want them to return it to kill some clock, so we don't want to kick it in the end zone. And then,
Gibbs fields it at the 2. Tackle
okay,
made
I'm alright
at
with
the
that.
26.
We took about 4 seconds off, so they got 21 seconds. That means that they've probably got about 4 plays to try to make something happen. So we're gonna go back to our
In a game
try
that's this
our,
close,
our
you can't afford
you
to
know,
waste
old
possession.
faithful. Oh, they're running the clock out.
And he's tackled right around the 24-yard line.
Try to call timeout. This is dumb on me. I would never ever do this in real life, but I'm gonna see if it forces them to make a mistake. Because honestly, I mean, I've been feeling pretty good about my defense this year. So
The more you're dancing around waiting for a big play, the more time you're giving an athletic defense a chance
see if we
to
can
come
get the
and
ball
make a
back
play
and
in
try
the
for a
backfield
field goal.
against you. That's what happens.
The Huskies are going to call their second timeout. Third down and 11.
I mean, if I
coming
get
up
burned,
here.
then this is
Ball
just
is 25.
dumb on me. But oh shit! Oop.
Brought down around the
Now they're gonna say
37-yard
timeout.
line.
All right.
Yellow Jackets taking their first time out of the half. First down.
Well, I mean that that's not smart coaching right there on my part, obviously. But I was trying to be a little risky. I'm just feeling confident with the way my defense is playing this year, way better than most. So, hey, there we go.
Get the sack.
I got to use our sack out of it. I'm gonna say I know they're not gonna run another play after that. So it didn't burn me, but it could have, you know. And in a real game, I would never have made a decision like that. I would have just let it. You know, we've got the momentum. Let it go to halftime. We're not gonna risk the momentum. Hi there, Jules.
All right, Reese and David.
So we're gonna go ahead and kick off here,
Set to start the second half.
and
He
we
got
really
a
just
hold
need
of
one
that
more
kick.
stop, and then I feel like we can really just run clock out and end
This
this
one's
thing.
going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Huskies continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building this lead and almost determined here to protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here for the rest of the way.
We're gonna get back to our 4-2-5 here, and we're gonna play a little conservative because we don't know. You know, at halftime, we don't know what their plan is, what they're gonna mix up, what adjustments that they'll make. Oh, I'm pretty sure that I went with the right guy. There should have been somebody there for the quarterback, and there wasn't. So, I mean, that was just a good play call, and me being, you know. So they clearly want to mix it up and start to put the ball on the ground more, which is smart on their part.
Very good tackle in
Little quick
space.
passes.
And a nice pickup there.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz,
know
and the
what play did I
quarterback
just
showed
call that left
tremendous
him that
poise by
open?
making a good read and delivered a
I
nice
feel like you
ball
should
to
have
the
been that
open
open
man.
off that play call. Oh well.
Quick throw out to the receiver.
I definitely got to that quarterback there.
The 29.
So now they're moving the ball. I might call timeout if they're going way too, you know, if they're moving way too smooth. I might call timeout. I'm gonna flip that so that my one high safety is. Oh shit! All right, they're really moving now. This no huddle. I mean, they're doing a really good job of it. They're snapping the ball really fast. There's a lot of people that run the no huddle and they don't snap the ball fast enough. We got our.
Griffin off the left side. Runs outside for a nice gain.
But they kind of know exactly what they want to do. All right, at any point here, if I see something I don't like, I probably will call timeout. I don't hate what I'm seeing right now, though. Ooh,
Touchdown.
good play call. Honestly, my corner should have made the play on that, but this is UConn. We don't always do what we're supposed to.
We sure have a great game on our hands here. We couldn't have asked for a more evenly matched game up until this point.
And he tacks on the extra point.
And that's okay because, you know, we knew that they were going to get the ball back at half. We're going to go ahead and get the ball back, and we just need to be careful and run down and try to score. You know, turnovers we can't afford another fumble in this game now.
He's to the 10.
Oh, get your block, man.
Down at the 19-yard line.
And that kind of puts me back a little further. But we're okay. I actually kind of want to see more of this 4-wide. That worked out really well last time. I'm going to start out with a screen.
Getting a little bit tighter now. You got to make every possession count.
Ooh, now I want to run the ball. I might audible here. Yeah, let me get some of that 5-on-5 action. I'll take that all day. Now we'll look at the screen.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
If they keep giving me 5-on-5, man, I'm gonna keep taking it.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
I mean, as a coach, you cannot look at that and not say, oh, well, they're giving us the running game, so we're going to take the running game. Always take what the defense gives you. See, now they're starting to get a little tight. I think that half safety over there is coming. Shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
And he's taken down at the 32-yard line.
Gillespie's having a good game. Let's try to flip here and see what we get. The only thing that makes me nervous about flipping is that their impact players are over there. Oh, I don't know how I just got out of that.
Bring him down at the 38-yard line.
Thomas makes the tackle at the 38-yard line. That'll bring up
But
3rd and 2.
we will
So it's 3rd down.
try this
They've
deep
got about 2
curl
yards to go.
again here. Flip it here. I'm gonna try to be safe here. I don't really wanna get there.
He's
All
tackled
right.
at the 40.
Got the first.
He didn't get much, but he got enough for the first down.
So we're gonna go ahead.
That's really all
7-1
they
now.
wanted
He's
there
having a
was to
nice
pick
game.
up the first down and get a fresh set of downs and continue to move the ball downfield.
Now let's go ahead and try. I don't like that setup at all. I like this 689 hook though,
From their own 40-yard line. First down.
because I've got 2 release valves and I've got a, I think I've got a good high-low on that safety there too.
He's going to try and
we're gonna do
scramble.
this, though.
Tries to get around the corner. He's at the 40. And the ball bounces out of bounds.
He fumbled, of course. That's why I ran out of bounds instead of trying to do any extra. Let's try to hit tricky screen here.
From the 38-yard line. It's first down.
Well, I really don't like that. Ooh, but I love that. That is a good looking setup for a screen.
Tosses to the running back.
That
And he
line
pulls in
didn't get
another.
out there fast enough. That was a big hit. Okay.
And this play is
Alright,
number
we'll try to
8
go
on
with
the
this
drive.
setup here. I mean, my quarterback's having a good game right now, too. Just that fumble is what's killing us right now.
He's on the run. On the run, gets it to his man.
If that
And they
receiver
make the
could have
stop
gotten blocked,
at the
it could have been
24-yard
bigger,
line.
but I mean, I'll take the first.
From the 24-yard line. First down.
Oh, shit.
They bring him down. This young
Well,
guy might be feared by more quarterbacks
My left
than
tackle
anyone
really
in
kind
the
of screwed
country.
me there.
Probably because he's
He
the
needed to
best
seal
at what
that,
he does in the
that
whole
end, and he,
country.
of course, got beat. And then somebody inside also missed their assignment. So that was 2 assignments that got blown. You know, you can't really have success doing that.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
Why is Ross out? Just now noticed that. Well, why did they go to a 2 safety set all of a sudden?
And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line.
Gain of 1 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
I sure hope Ross isn't hurt. That's oh no, Ross isn't now.
So we're looking
All
at
right.
another 3rd down here.
Yeah. Oh,
Incomplete.
just a little too late. Okay.
Ross was the intended receiver on the play.
We're going to attempt to take points here.
Kicks up. It hits the crossbar and bounces through.
Ooh.
I don't know how that went in.
All right.
Yeah, that
The
was a
points
weird
there were
kick.
important
It
because
just
now that
sat
puts the
there.
pressure on them. They're going to feel
Connecticut gets set
like
to
they
kick
need to
this one
score
away.
if it gets to the 4th quarter. I mean, there's also the chance that they run down very quickly.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Ross's performance today has been sensational.
Yeah, Brad, one thing about this guy is just his knowledge of the scheme and what they're trying to do. And I think that's really what separates him and allows him to be such a dominating player.
Again, with this 4 wide stuff, it just makes me want to.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing.
Catches it, and he's punished.
All right. That's good. I'll allow them to get a 4-yard hitch.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
It looks like they're going to blitz.
Okay. Hang on the call. Oh, I was right there.
Down he goes at about the 39-yard line.
I mean, I knew exactly what they were trying to do. It's just, you know, it's kind of wonky, the controls on these players. All right, we just got aggressive there. Oh, shit.
Makes it out to about the 49.
I don't know if you saw that, but I had cover 6, but I had it to the wrong side, so I tried to adjust. But, I mean, this no huddle really fucks that up. Tilts the wrong side. Get over their safety.
Tackle at the 42.
Okay. Now we're going to 4th quarter. Our quarterbacks having a good game too, honestly. I mean, our stats are impressive, but I mean, we're efficient. I mean, if it wasn't for that fumble, I would have to say that I believe it would be,
Back to the action here.
you know, a 20-14 game or a 24-14 game right now.
Fights forward to about the 39.
Great job here converting and keeping this defense on the field. They're getting very tired.
These scrambling quarterbacks, man. Oh, and that guy was supposed to blitz that half safety, and he got beat up by that slot. Kind of looked like he might have been a tight end too, so that, you know, doesn't help. They had a good matchup there. Let's try some zone blitzes.
Pulls it in and he's in the open
That
field.
didn't work. All right.
Touchdown, and that's going to give him the lead.
So we're gonna go ahead and probably get more aggressive with it.
Georgia Tech is up a field goal.
Did a lot of 4 wide receivers that last one.
An 8-play, 76-yard
I feel like I
drive.
should probably
They
have
put up
tight
7
end.
points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive.
I know, we're getting to that tough point where it's like I also don't want to run clock out
He's to the 10.
too fast in case
He's
they
to the 20.
get a quick response.
The 26-yard line.
Brad, this has been a great game to watch. A lot of competitive spirit out there. The offenses seem to be going
Yeah, I
up
mean,
and
we're
down the
neck and
field.
neck.
Back
That
and
fumble
forth
is
we
really
go.
what's
I think the
killing
winner will
killing
be
me.
which defense can make that pivotal stop to secure a victory.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way.
Okay. Good blocking, good blocking.
Makes it out to about the 36.
That first down.
We've got a 1st and 10.
Ball on the 36.
This is the time where I mean, they're starting to crowd the box. I've got to find a way to back them off.
Gets it. He's in space. He's pushed out of bounds.
That's a good job there.
First and 10.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
Positive yardage.
If I didn't get slowed up by running in the back of my left tackle, that would have been huge. Wasn't a bad little chip block out there by my... Alright, let's run this setup play. I want to run to the right. My quarterback obviously throws better right.
Rose falling back and got his man.
Got 3 yards there.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down.
We got 5-on-5 with an extra running back. If we didn't get yards there, I mean, it was going to be somebody's fault. They're going to get cut. Let's screen it up here. I think that we're definitely setting a tone that we want to keep the ball on the ground and we want to still be safe, but we want to go ahead and try to get a gash here. There we go. Oh, how
They'll knock him down for a loss.
that was really set up so nicely too. We had 1, 2, 3 leading blockers out there, and just nothing. All right. Well. Short-term memory. I mean, we're at least in field goal range, which is not gonna, save us. But I really don't want to do this. But they're forcing me to throw this ball.
Play action and rolling right.
No. Okay.
Incomplete. And that
I was just trying to throw that ball away there.
Anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
And once again, they'll come to the line trying to convert on 3rd down.
I hate they're putting their impact players over there on the right side right now. That's really messing me up. Oh my God, they're getting free releases all over the place right now.
He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
My line does not want to block anybody.
Fourth and long here after the sack. Just under 3 to go in regulation. Quick shot, the defender tips it away. They elected to go for it and failed.
Well, we had to go for it there.
You give your opponent good field position like that.
And while I disagree with the call, I've got to admire the tenacity of this coach. He'll do just about anything.
Now we've got to
win.
hold them to a field goal, which we are going to go to our...
This is a pretty
reliable
crucial series right here, with things being so tight. Your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball. There's the strike complete. Brought down right around the 42-yard line. The Huskies will use their first time out of the half.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
What makes me nervous, though, is that...
From their own 42-yard line. 2nd down. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here.
It was very important there that I took my guy and I got outside to force that blocker to push me out, which forced the running back to cut up. All right.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfields. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Feeling the pressure, and he fumbles the football.
Oh, come
Picks up the
on.
loose ball.
And they will keep the drive alive by recovering their own fumble.
The Huskies are going to have
So we
to
did what
call
we
their
had to do
third
to
and
get the ball
final
back.
timeout.
It would have been so nice if I could have just recovered that fumble, But I didn't.
Ross,
Yeah, as soon as
return
I saw it
man.
on the ground, I knew I wasn't going to. It's just, been there, done that. Good block.
Ross takes it at the 23. He's
Good
knocked
job.
out of bounds
Okay.
at the 37.
So this is our last chance. If we don't score on this drive, and the game's over and we
They've been
lose.
in a dogfight the entire ball game. Let's see what they can do with
So we
this
gotta be
final
safe, but
drive.
we gotta
They
be
still have
aggressive.
time here to be able to pull
And we'll
out
probably
and try
start
to
to
get a
no
win.
huddle a little bit too.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Just over 2 minutes in the game.
Fired quickly, and he's got his man. He's taken down at about the
And no
45.
huddle. Go ahead and screen game here. Shit. What just happened there? Why was he down? Well, that was kind of jacked, wasn't it?
Now he's scrambling. He's under pressure. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 38. Good game there on the
Good that we
quarterback
got our
scramble.
bounds there.
I really like the decision to tuck it and run.
Made it very
He waited
manageable.
and found no one open, so instead of throwing
3rd
it
and
away,
3.
he
Where's
just
my
took it
heartbeat at?
upfield for
Okay,
himself.
104. This is why I wanted to wear the heart rate monitor right now. Because I know that I'll start to feel a heavy heartbeat in some of these close games.
He's scrambling. Under pressure. Decides to slide.
No huddle in here. Watch for cover 2.
It's on the ground.
Oh,
And
you're
the defense
kidding me.
has it. The safety.
Well, that'll be game. But that's the thing is we can't
So the
fumble.
offense turns over the pigskin.
The ball carrier here was just careless in handling the ball, and a great awareness by the defense to jump on it.
Yeah, they shouldn't be running the play.
So not a lot of time left, and they've got an opportunity right now, if they score, to put the nail in the coffin in this game. Just over a minute left. The halfback with a carry. Tackle made at about the
Yeah, that'll be
43-yard
it
line.
for sure. Well, those 2 fumbles are what's going to cost us, though. And that's kind of, even the last couple seasons, we have a good game against Auburn. We have other good games against Syracuse. And then all of a sudden, we get into a game like this where it's important. And, just mistakes on the players' parts. We got cornerbacks that don't want to even try to tackle. You got a fumble by your senior running back and a fumble by your, captain quarterback. Those are just things that, can happen if you're going to win a football game against a good football team. So, but we'll have a bye week next week, and we can make up for it playing Notre Dame. And then, that 4th down, that was kind of a tough 4th down situation I got into. But I also felt like, those were, we got into that situation because the line in the middle somehow was giving up pressure and just not slowing down the rush at all. And so if your front 5 are going to get beat by 4 or 5, then you're definitely in trouble. You shouldn't be able to have pressure on you unless they're 7-6. But this is an all-senior O-line, so there's not a whole lot else I can do about that. And it's the sad thing is that it's going to be even more difficult next year because they're all graduating, and what I got after them is not going to be the same. So. Brocknankles? Thanks for the follow, man. That's a hard name to say. And I'm dyslexic anyway, so it doesn't help me. Alright. And honestly, that was a game that wasn't very like high offensive producing. It just, the truth is that we had 2 turnovers, 3 if you count the fourth down where we lost field goal range. I probably called a little bit too much play action there too. Sorry, I spelled it really weird. No, you're. I mean, it's your username. Sometimes it's an easy word that looks way difficult to me. So I don't know if I'm just in the wrong mindset or what. All right. So, and that might hurt our recruits this week too, but we got some other guys that still have games to play. SMU won big. Ooh, here's a user game that's worth watching. That'll probably be a good one. Let's see. TSU. Got West Virginia for Maryland. Kind of want to see where everybody's at too. Gillespie. Ross isn't as high up. Yes, I did hear the news that the new NCAA is actually finally coming back. I saw that on Facebook today, and I'm super stoked about it. Yeah, now they've been, holding that off for so long, and I think it's been their biggest mistake. This is one of the best football games that they've ever made. So, and that's why I've still got buddies that we still have our dynasties going. Yeah, dude. I'm super stoked though. I can't wait to see what it is. My worry is that I don't want them to just copy off the Madden engine though, because I think that the Madden engine kind of sucks. It's been hard for me to get into Madden anymore. I kind of hope that they just go from scratch, or they could even go back to kind of like their roots with the way the game works, and maybe just try to make improvements from there. I just don't really want to see them just copy paste Madden's engine though and stuff and then just put the players in there. I wonder if they're gonna actually try to get the naming rights this time around, or if they're gonna have to do numbers again though. I'll say one thing. What's that? I swear if they put Alabama on the cover, I know, right? Yeah. Clemson has never made a cover. Yeah, no, I agree. Clemson absolutely deserves their dues. That's a good question, though. I mean, don't they typically just put the Heisman, though? I mean, they're going to have to put the Heisman on there. So, if that's what they want to continue, then Alabama's going to be on the cover. But I agree with you. I mean, it sucks that the years that they didn't have the game is going to be the years that Clemson ends up missing out on. So that's kind of frustrating, but yeah, no, I'm super stoked. I don't have to do anything. I was gonna say, yeah, they they could release the same exact game and just make it to where you have the college football playoff, and that would be fine, and update the conferences and stuff, and everybody I'm sure would buy it. Heisman is fucking shit award since 2006. Yeah, I could kind of agree. Will it be on Xbox One and PS4? It's a good question. I think that it's probably going to be... I would think that it would be on... No, they'll probably put it on the next-gen consoles, yeah. I guess it has kind of passed. I don't know, though. Sometimes these consoles will still get releases. I guess, are they going to make it for this summer, though? I didn't see when they plan on releasing the first one, because I wouldn't think that they'd have time to make it between now and summer when it typically would be released. Yeah, that didn't make sense to me either. I mean, Deshaun Watson, in my opinion, is one of the best college quarterbacks of all time. I don't understand how he didn't win that. I agree. I thought that was dumb. And I don't know why they chose to screw over Deshaun Watson, honestly. I mean, that guy was super impressive. Been to the 2 national titles, I think, right? Or did he go to 3? I want to say he only went to 2. I'm curious to see where Deshaun Watson goes too, actually. I'm hoping he goes to New York or something. 5-head Heisman Award, yeah. Yep. But no, I'm super stoked. I hope that they do a good job on it, though. I don't, I probably won't pre-order that. I'll probably wait for that to come out and see, what the reviews are on it after a week or two, and see what happens. Yeah, and that's odd to me. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. It's the gingivitis. I like that. Yeah, no, I'll be real curious to see how they put that together. They just need to go back to their roots, though. They need to make it what it's always been. I hope that they don't try to get too over the top with making it flashy and stuff. It's like, no, you guys had the right idea. Yeah, thanks, man. Who the hell is Yankoff? I'm just now looking at these stats right now. Like, there's a quarterback named Yankoff. But yeah, Ross is not up there like he needs to be. I need to try to get him more involved. He's always been my stud. But we'll see how the recruiting goes too. And then I probably won't be back on this for another, I don't know, since there's a user game. These user games, they take a while to get scheduled and stuff, so it might be another day or two before I'm back on here. And actually, I'll be off on Thursday. They might not. Might as well have a picture of Nick Saban getting a PJ on the cover. Because that's all the NCAA is. No, you're not kidding, man. I mean, he definitely gets past. Alabama gets a cupcake schedule every year too, man. I'm actually an LSU fan myself, so it's always bothered me whenever everybody talks about how almighty Alabama is, and I'm like, well, yeah, they can be almighty because they choose to not play anybody in their open weeks. They just take their conference games, which, don't get me wrong, their conference is, in my opinion, the toughest in football, but at the same time, at least like LSU outside of their conference games will schedule Texas and Oregon and all these tough schools and stuff like that. I mean, that's fun. Oh, nice. Okay. To the Carolina area? Yeah, no, I've always wanted to go to a game in Death Valley down there, so that would be pretty neat. Clemson doesn't play anyone. That's not true. Clemson has a tough schedule. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that Clemson could absolutely compete. They could definitely win the SEC East for sure. They'd probably win the SEC West. They'd probably trade that off with Alabama every other year. And then, you're going to have a year every decade or two where Auburn gets in, and a year every decade or two where LSU gets in. But for the most part, yeah, if Clemson was in the SEC West, it would just be trading between them and Bama. Because Dabo's the man. I don't care what anybody says about him. He's the truth. So I would really hope that they would be able to stay competitive, honestly. That's true too. I mean, yeah, the Gamecocks, they don't really impress me too much right now with what they got going on. Sometimes I wonder about a bunch of those schools, like Vanderbilt and some of them. Yeah, no, Dabo cares about his players. He definitely, I mean, he knows that it's more about just building young men than it is coaching football, and I've always respected him for that. He's definitely one of my favorite college coaches. I also like that, who's the North Carolina guy? Mac Brown. I really like Mac Brown. I think that he's probably in my list of top 5 coaches in college football. Yeah, Ole Miss has their seasons every now and then. Well, can you blame Saban for being about the money? Well, yeah, and winning. I mean, isn't that his job? Win? I will say that at least Bama gives him everything that he needs to win. They don't have anything down there that's, trying to jeopardize their season. They're not, I live in Missouri, and frickin' Mizzou will, all of a sudden threaten missing games for protests and shit. And it's like, okay, are you here to play football for your scholarship, or what's going on right now? So, I mean, that's part of the reason why they had such a shit slum with Barry Odom. God, I couldn't stand that guy. I was a huge Mizzou fan when Pinkel was around, but yeah, I like Mac a lot. Mac's a great guy. Saban's not a good person outside of a coach. Dabo is. No, I believe that. I think that Saban would be a scary person to be around most of the time. On or off a football field, he's a pretty scary dude. And I coached at Vianney High School 2 years ago when we won a state title, and one of my running back receiver, I coached receivers, and he was my receiver, and we moved him to running back too because he was just so talented. Kyron, he's over at Notre Dame now. He was always kind of running back though, but his senior year I think that we put him at receiver because we had another running back that was a stud, and pretty much as soon as we were starting to get into week 1, we were kind of like, he's talented enough that he just needs to get the ball in his hand. He's clearly our best athlete, so which is why he's up at Notre Dame. But I got to meet Brian Kelly too, and Brian Kelly's a real down to earth guy. When he was in town visiting one time, we were in the coach's office, and he came in and took pictures with everybody, and he was just real, talked about our game, and I think that they were about to play Clemson in the, I agree that they're overrated, don't get me wrong, but they were about to play Clemson, and I was kind of talking to him about, good luck with your game. It's awesome that you guys made the college football playoff, and I think at the time he said that, it was when Trevor Lawrence was a freshman, and he goes, well, the quarterback's a freshman, so he's not going to stop us. We just need to stop the running back. We stop the running back, then they're not going to be able to beat us. But I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence went off that game, so I don't know what game plan they had there, but obviously somebody wasn't doing their job. But I agree. Notre Dame, I'm at least glad that they chose a conference. They went too long without having a conference and then trying to say that their schedule was, tough enough. So, Trevor's the man, dude. I can't wait to see what he does on Sundays. But, Trevor's, his speed too. He's got deceptive speed. That makes such a difference when you can be a quarterback with deceptive speed. Like Aaron Rodgers had that when he was younger. And even Sam Darnold and some of those quarterbacks still have that. I don't think that Sam Darnold's a special quarterback, but I think that he is actually worth being a starter. He just needs to get away from New York. The Jets are trash. But yeah, I root for Notre Dame in pretty much every game except for when they're in the college football playoff, because don't get me wrong, I want to see them have success, but I know that they're not better than those teams that are in there. It shocked me that they got to go to the college football playoff this year over, who was it that should have been in it? Was it Texas A&M? Who was number 5 that should have gone? I want to say it was Texas A&M. I don't know. It was hard to pay attention this year with all the COVID stuff, so... Alright, well, I just need to make sure. That was a tough loss that I just took, but at the same time, man, when your players are fumbling on you like that, there's not a whole lot you can do. It's not worth getting pissed over, especially because I control my own destiny. I know that I'm going to have to play Notre Dame and Oregon here. That'll help me. North Carolina in this game is ranked high. And then I've got these 2 user games, and I know for a fact that these 2 user games are going to be big for me. And then if I can win my side of the conference, I'll play another guy that's probably going to be ranked in the top 3 at the end of the year. So I still, even though that was a tough loss and it shouldn't have happened, in my opinion, I still control my own destiny at this point. Main fact is that Clemson has been in every football playoff since the college. Yeah, no, I'm not knocking that at all. To me, in the past, I think that in the past like 2 decades, Alabama's been the best team, obviously, but I think that maybe if you started the decade at like 6 years ago and going out to 4 years, I would bet that at the end of the next 4 years, Clemson will be the #1 team in the last decade. It's just that Bama had the early, 2010s where they had so many national titles. They're part of the reason why they made the college football playoff. It was because, they would choose a cakewalk schedule, go through their season, and then get in over other teams that also deserve to be in. So they were the first and only team to be undefeated. Yes, no, I agree. Led by a freshman. Yeah, no, Trevor Lawrence has always been special, even as a freshman. Honestly, his freshman season might have been his best season. And I'm not saying that he's not better. He's definitely a better quarterback now. But I think that team was just so stacked back then for Clemson. So. The title that Georgia. Yeah, no, for sure. I wasn't sure that Georgia deserved to be there. I don't know. I like Kirby Smart though. I think that he's a good coach. He learned from Saban, so he knows something. But yeah, Georgia's got a tough couple of years ahead of them, I think. Yeah, that was sad. Yeah, we have to, me being a Mizzou fan, we have to play Georgia every year. And for some reason, it's like whenever they play a team that they are supposed to beat, no problem, they'll let them in the game somehow. But then it's like all of a sudden they play teams that, in my opinion, they shouldn't beat, and it looks like they do it so easily. They're just so inconsistent in Georgia. A good program still, but they also just never seem to have the guy. They never really seem to have the quarterback that they need. We all know that it's been their running backs for years. That's why you got Nick Chubb and Todd Gurley and all those guys in the league. Who was the other one? Was DeAndre Swift Georgia? I want to say that DeAndre Swift was Georgia. Bro used to call him Dick Chubb, yeah. I've seen all the fantasy football names to to make that as vulgar as possible. I love fantasy football names actually when it comes to all that stuff. That stuff makes me laugh pretty hard. How neat would it be to be the one that thinks of the next best one too? I don't know why North Carolina is ranked so high in this game. And I was really hoping that I would at least be on the fringe of the top 25 here if I won that game, but man, that's not gonna happen now. Shoot, Georgia Tech should be on the fringe. Wow, Notre Dame's a 99 overall in this game. Florida State will finally be a shit team. Yeah, I'm not a Florida State fan. Actually, one of my best buddies is a big Florida State fan. He was whenever Jameis Winston won it all, and I've never been able to stand that team. Honestly, just And they clearly are willing to cover up for their players in any scandal they can find themselves into. So I don't know. That's just funny to me. Yeah, I'm not a Florida State fan. I would go to a game there though. I would go to a Miami versus Florida State game for sure. Yeah, I'm aware that their fans are the biggest dicks. That is how they're definitely full of it. That's how you would describe my buddy for sure. He likes it though. He likes knowing that he's a fucking ass. He gets off on that. But I would still go to a Florida State game still. Actually, a big game that I'd really like to go to is I'd really like to go to a Hokies game in Virginia Tech, because they play Enter Sandman whenever they take the field, and I think that'd be dope. I know Gamecock fans. That's saying something. Yeah, right. I really haven't ran into any Gamecock fans that actually. When I was coaching at Vianney, one of our coaches, Matt Markway, his nephew, I want to say, was the tight end. Kyle Markway was the tight end at South Carolina. Right on, man. Yeah, I appreciate meeting you, and I hope to have you in here again. I normally play survival horror games and stuff, but obviously college football is something that I play with some buddies, and I'm on this, a few times a week, so stop on by again, and I love to talk football anytime. So thanks for the follow again. Appreciate it. I'm probably going to jump on Silent Hill now. Actually, I'll probably take an intermission and hop on that. Ooh, we got a goal to achieve. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll send you a follow. Where are we at here? What kind of retro games you guys play? I'm sure I'll probably see here on your page. If my internet would load. Man, is Twitch just having real big problems today? Is that what's happening? I mean, I know that like a lot of the people that I watch on Twitch while I'm at work were having issues today, and they just canceled their whole lobby today because I guess over on the West Coast was having big issues with internet. It's getting there. Oh, nice. Pokemon. There we go. I can finally talk about Pokemon with somebody. Oh, and Phasmophobia? Sweet. Oh, they have a retro gaming category. I didn't even know that. I've not played the Pokemon MMO either.
The road is full of inspiration.
Alright. Oh shoot, what the... Awesome. Well, cool, man. I just sent you a follow. Nice meeting you. Alright. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I had a productive day so far, man. I'm going to take a quick intermission, and then I'm going to switch over to some Silent Hill. I want to make sure that I at least play a little bit of that today. I probably got about an hour and a half left that I can stream, so let me go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and stop it there, and then I'm going to take an intermission. So I'll see you guys here, and probably give me about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay.